Oh, wow.
All right, what's up, guys? Chris Lee back with another Just Throw a Disc Golf video. Hey, check this out. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get more videos like this in the future. All right, what's up, guys? Chris Lee back with another Just Throw a Disc Golf video. What I'm going to be talking to you guys about in this video is just pretty much my 1-year anniversary of being in disc golf, okay? Now, I didn't post it just because I was busy doing so many things, and we're going to talk about that in this video, okay? But in reality, the positive is I have officially hit my 1 year in disc golf. Okay, I hit it in May, and I was super excited about it just because I just sat back and kind of thought about all the things that I went through, the changes in my putting, the people that I met in disc golf, the highs, the lows, winning tournaments, losing tournaments, getting injured, health stuff. It was just so many different things that I experienced in my first year playing disc golf. But I can honestly say that it has made me better overall because it's not just about the physical, it's about the mental as well. I also have met some incredible people, and we're going to talk about some of these things right now, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to talk about some of the pros, and we're going to talk about some of the cons. And this is just my honest list. This pertains to me personally, so it may not apply to anybody else, okay? Number one, the first thing that I experienced in my first year of disc golf is I won 2 MA3 tournaments. You guys really only know about one because I didn't really post the second one that I won. But basically, you guys know that I won my first MA3 tournament in my first year of disc golf at Red Mountain. And Red Mountain North is a very challenging course. Especially for me, the first couple times I played that course, I just didn't play well. So to be able to go out and actually win that tournament, that was huge for me because obviously I wasn't doing well in the tournament. I had fell to like 6th or 7th place or something like that. And at that point, I didn't really think that I was going to win a tournament. So I just said, you know what, let me clear my mind, just go through, play my game, and just kind of have fun. So I ended up tying toward the end of the tournament and ultimately ended up winning by a stroke, and then went to go play a playoff against a guy that was on another card, and I ended up playing against him and winning my playoff, which I was super thankful about that, super happy, just because I had no expectations. I never done a playoff, and then I ended up winning that tournament. I think I ended up throwing like neg 3 or something like that. I went on to play other tournaments, league tournaments. I pretty much went to go play another tournament with Superstition, okay, the Superstition Club out in East Valley. They ended up having their first tournament at Rob Simmons, which is a course that I normally play all the time. It's like the closest course to me, and I went into that with no expectations as well. And believe it or not, things were sitting really tight. There were people who were ahead of me during the tournament. I was kind of down, and I didn't know whether I was going to be able to pull it out. And honestly, I came back and started shooting well really toward the end, and ultimately I ended up winning that tournament as well. So that was a huge positive for me because there were so many ups and downs throughout the first year of disc golf, to where some tournaments I did really well and some tournaments I did really, really bad, okay? And I think that it's important to talk about that is because a lot of people like to post a lot of their positives and, just their up moments. But I'm here to tell you that I have had so many bad times in disc golf to where I have played horribly, placed horribly, didn't shoot well, and it's a part of the process, but it's all growth, okay? So the next thing is I got sponsored. You guys know that I got sponsored by Golf Disco. Shout out to them. It was really a blessing to me, a great opportunity for me, and obviously because they sell a lot of disc golf products and things like that. So I was able to help them out, and they were able to help me out, and they've just been great. It's a great company in general. The owners, shout out to them. They are really just professional people. They're good people. They really do a good job at getting me products. I'm able to help promote them. They do a really good job at promoting me and my channel and my content, and I'm just truly thankful. Just being able to have that relationship with them, being able to check out new discs before they officially hit the market, or just being able to review disc, and also just having great products with their own custom stamps, as well as they pretty much get discs from all your favorite disc golf manufacturers, and they have all the discs that you need, all the products that you need. So if you don't shop with them, be sure to go check out that website, golfdisco.com, and then use Justhrowitdiscgolf for 15% off if you guys need disc golf products, okay? The third thing is I started my disc dyeing business. Now, this is huge for me because my disc dyeing business, I didn't really realize that it was going to be something that I kind of fell in love with. I've been an artist, a painter, a drawer my entire life, but just actually getting into being able to put artwork on a disc has been an incredible experience. I have been able to make some money off of dyeing discs. At first, it kind of started off me just trying to test it out, and my disc dyes wasn't very good. But my growth has been real. Like, it's crazy. In the past couple months that I've been doing it, I have already had multiple customers buy my discs from in-state, out-of-state. It went from, hey, you want to just try this out and see how it turns out, into me actually making $25, $50, $75 for disc dye. Now, I know some of you guys may think that that's a lot of money, but to be honest with you, the artwork, the time that I put in to be able to make these discs look really cool, I take a lot of pride in it. It takes a lot of time. It takes me a lot of money to buy vinyl and, the Pro Cam dye and all these different things. I bought silhouette machines. I bought cricket machines, just a lot of different things. I paid a lot of money for the materials to make it happen, and now that it's something that I'm really good at, I'm making the money back, so I don't feel like I missed out on anything. But honestly, it's just grown to the point to where now I have multiple customers constantly hitting me up saying, hey man, I want to get this dye done, or I got some discs, I just ordered them, how much for this, how much for that. It's been a positive. Guys, I'm truly thankful for it. So if you guys want to be able to try to buy some disc dyes for me or whatever, just contact me and I'll go ahead and make that happen for you, okay? The fourth thing is I grew my YouTube channel to over 1,000 subscribers, all because of you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for giving me a chance. I know that I'm not some pro disc golfer. I know that, I'm not some big MA1 guy that got a big arm and, I'm winning every tournament or whatever the case may be. You guys watching me have supported me, okay? You guys have, by hitting that subscribe button, by hitting that like button, by hitting comments. I truly appreciate you guys coming out and meeting me in areas around Arizona, and then me traveling to, Wilderness Ranch and Flagstaff and all these different places, and you guys actually coming up to me, shaking my hand, saying that you watch my channel, that you support me, that you've seen my videos, that you're subscribed. Guys, that means a lot to me. This is what I'm doing this for. It's not just for me. It's for you guys to see my journey, and for you guys who want to grow with me on this channel. That's why I make the content. Now, I know I haven't been posting a whole lot, and honestly, it's because I've been so focused on trying to get better at disc golf and playing tournaments. I've been winning tournaments, losing tournaments, just going through the ups and downs of form changes and things like that, and it's been rough. Obviously, I have to find time for my family and my personal life as well. Football season is starting back up, so I got to get ready to be in that coaching mode and all these different things. So it's a lot of things to consider, but because of you guys, I have grown my channel. I'm on my road to 2,000 subscribers. So guys, continue to support me. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, and just help me grow because you guys make it possible, okay? So thank you for that. Number 5, I threw my personal best. My personal best is neg 7. My goal was neg 8. So no, I did not reach my goal of neg 8 in my first year of disc golf. But for most people, that's an unrealistic, I guess you can say expectation or goal. But for myself, I was just truly thankful about it just because I was able to throw neg 7 in my first year of disc golf. I was told by certain people that they never hit, anything into the negatives until 3 years in or something like that. So that's a positive for me. No, I did not get my neg 8, but hitting neg 7 was definitely a positive goal for me just because I didn't think it was going to happen. You go out sometimes and when you try to play, I'm the type that when I actually try to score well, I really don't score well. But when I go out and just relax and have fun and just enjoy myself, then I play really well. So hitting neg 7 lets me know that I can score well. Now, I've been having ups and downs in disc golf, and it's really been bothering me because I've been having good days and bad days. Some days I throw -7, some days I throw +7. Some days I throw -1, some days I throw +2. You know, it just all depends. I'm okay with the ups and the downs just because I know it's a part of the growth process. I've been getting better at my putts. I've been getting better at my drives. I've been getting better at my forehands. But sometimes when you focus on one, you start to struggle in the other area, okay? So I'm super happy with -7. This year, I'm going to try to make it a goal to at least to get to 10 under, maybe 11 under. That's just my personal goal. It may sound unrealistic to some people, but I believe I can do it. I proved to myself in my first year that I can come out, win a tournament. I actually won 2 tournaments. I never thought that I would win more than one. That was one of my New Year's resolutions. So you never know what's going to happen my second year of disc golf. I'm just going to stay positive and continue to work hard, okay? I'm going to go into some cons real quick that may not be so much of some cons to certain people, but it is to me, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so the first con for me is I ended up tearing my ligament. That was a complete downer to me. I got a little depressed by it. I ended up going out and having a great day with my family. And long story short, I ended up planting and my thick boots ended up getting caught in like this concrete area. It was kind of like uneven ground. And I did my X step and I planted perfectly, but I snapped all the way through. And basically my foot stayed planted, but my entire torso turned and I heard my ligament just snap like a rubber band. That was hard for me simply because it's an injury, okay? And when it's an injury, it sets you back. I've had knee surgery on this knee already prior. So having to get a ligament tear like that, it just wasn't fun, okay? Ultimately, I still tried to push through it. I couldn't even walk. Like, I couldn't walk. I had to go straight to the hospital. It was just like, you know, I had to have my brace, my crutches, the time of icing, all kind of different things going on. So I had to wait for me to try to at least be able to heal enough to try to go out and throw. Then when I tried to go out and throw off a tee pad, guys, I couldn't even next step. Like, I couldn't spin. It hurt bad. I didn't trust it. It was just not normal for me. I was thrown into the ground, straight into the dirt. And I felt like, dang, I just started disc golf and it set me all the way back. So that was pretty disappointing. But ultimately, guys, I got through it. I did a lot of rehab. Tried to get out there as soon as I can to be able to X step again. I ended up playing an NADGT tournament while being injured. And guys, it was probably the worst mistake that I've ever made in disc golf because I didn't shoot well. I didn't tee well. I didn't plant well. I didn't do anything well. And I ended up basically placing horribly in that tournament, as well as some other tournaments, just because I wasn't the same, okay? So that sucked, but I got through it, so I'm not going to focus on it too much. But that was just one thing that stood out to me, okay? Now, the next thing is I placed really bad in some tournaments. Now, this can be a positive and this can be a negative. The reason why it's a negative in my eyes, because believe it or not, you're going to be around people in disc golf who are going to judge you. They're going to pretend to be your friends. And I'm going to just be real with you because I'm not afraid to say it. You're going to have people who pretend to be friends with you. You're going to have people who go out and play disc golf with you. You're going to have guys that go out and laugh in your face and play with you and joke around or whatever. But then those are the same guys that are bad-mouthing you. Those are the same guys that are talking behind your back because you had ups in disc golf and then all of a sudden you're playing bad. You know, those are the guys that are always trying to find something negative to say about you. And it's sad because you hear it from other people that you're mutual friends with. And it's just like, man, how can you smile in my face, be friends with me, go out and play disc golf with me, but at the same time, you're talking behind my back to other people that you don't even realize, you know, I talk to or I associate with or whatever. And it's just like, what's all the negativity for? Like, I'm going to have good days. I'm going to have bad days, just like anybody else. Just placing bad in tournaments, it always keeps me humble. It's okay that I place bad in tournaments, but it really kind of affected my mental, you know, it's just seeing me you know, throw -7 one day and then go out and throw +12 one day or +7 another day, okay? Or, you know, score really well, win one tournament, and then almost place last in another tournament. It just really sucks to kind of have to go through that roller coaster of those ups and downs, but it happens. It's a part of the game of disc golf. I'm just going to try to stay around people who are positive and people who are going to continue to support me, and realize this: I'm human like everybody else. I'm not always going to win. People think that, oh, he only wants to show the positives. No, I got a lot of negatives in this game, but when I expose the negatives about myself in a game of disc golf, I'm going to do everything in general, and for myself, it's just not that easy. There's a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Days I putt great. Some days I don't putt well. Some days I drive really well. Some days they're just terrible. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, but it's not just a physical game. It's a mental game. But I'm just thankful to be a part of the process and really growing again. And I'm gonna just try to keep it real with you at all times. Disc golf comes with its pros and its cons. If you around anybody who say that it doesn't have cons, or it doesn't have people acting like this and that, then maybe you don't get out enough. The next thing is I've basically had some struggles with my health for years. I've been kind of trying to get myself right. I had issues with a stroke in 2018, and it's kind of been challenging ever since then. I just been having a lot of stuff, neurological stuff, and seem like hard stuff. And I've been running through a series of tests to try to figure out why I've been so dizzy and lightheaded and having all these symptoms. And believe it or not, nobody sees my struggles. I'm in and out of the hospital often. I don't post a lot of stuff on social media like I used to, just because you find out real quick that people really just don't care what you're going through. So you got to kind of find yourself around people who really support you. And the things that I've been dealing with has been making it very challenging for me to focus on disc golf as much as I want to. Sometimes I want to go out. I haven't been practicing as much just because I've been dizzy and having a lot of crazy symptoms going on, and I've been seeing different specialists, and I got MRIs and all kind of stuff coming up, and it's just really been changing a lot of things that I've been dealing with. Also, people don't know, but I deal with severe anxiety, PTSD. Obviously, you guys know that I'm prior military. Outside of that, I've had a lot of things that happened in my life, childhood trauma and just different things, adulthood traumas and things like that has really affected me and how I perform on a daily basis. I'm not really a social butterfly, but disc golf has helped me open up and actually associate with people and be able to play disc golf, enjoy myself, and have a good time. But people don't realize that when I go out and have a round with the buddies or the fellas, although it is a good thing, it feels great, people don't really know that it drains me and it exhausts me so much that as soon as I come home, I have to go to sleep, or I have to, wind down. My body is so tense and under so much stress and pressure from putting myself in a predicament that I'm not really used to. Having that type of anxiety and forcing yourself to be social and really get out and be involved with people, it's tough, okay? And this is something about my life that people don't really know, but it's very tough. And then when I got to go out and do tournaments and things like that, it's very tough. I just recently had a tournament out of Wilderness Ranch for the first time. Absolutely loved the course. Guys, I had so much anxiety driving there that I was like sweating bullets. I was completely nervous because of the high elevation. There's things going on with my car, with my brakes, and me trying to slow down and my car just shaking a lot. It felt really uncomfortable for me and my family. It didn't feel safe. I got straight there, went to the hotel, and then went straight to the course and was already late trying to get me and my son signed up to be able to play that tournament. Okay, that was one thing. Day 2, I was able to relax because I was more settled. I didn't have to think about driving home and things like that. And honestly, guys, I was able to have a good time with my wife, my kids. The first official round of the tournament, I ended up throwing +6. I just kind of let it go toward the end, and it's okay. It's a wooded course. It's a amazing, beautiful course out in Arizona. Very difficult to play, but throwing +6 wasn't bad. The next day that I had to have that tournament, that was the day that I needed to drive back home. So I was up to like 4 o'clock in the morning stressing out about it. I need to find somebody to fix my car. I got to get back home to my dogs. How am I going to play this tournament? Worried about if we're going to have an accident. I don't want to be driving up and down elevation with my car shaking like that. Don't want to go off the side of a cliff. I had so much crap in my head that I couldn't even focus on a tournament. I was asking people on my card about, hey, what should I do? Like, I'm nervous. Should I just quit the tournament? Should I go focus on my car? All these different things. And honestly, I couldn't even do it that particular day because everything was closed. I think it was on a Sunday, and it wasn't going to be able to work out that way. So I ultimately ended up playing that tournament and playing very horrible. Okay, that day that I had to go home, I think I threw like, I don't know, I'm just guessing, I think over plus 15 or plus 17. I'm not really sure. But I didn't place well, okay? I didn't shoot well. That was the only thing that I cared about. I got to the point to where I was just kind of like throwing shots up. I didn't even try to focus on a tournament. All I cared about was the safety of me and my family. And some of you are going to look at this video and be like, oh, he's just using that as an excuse because he didn't play well. You can think whatever the hell you want to think. I don't care what you think, period. I know for myself, with my anxiety and the things that I deal with, all that type of stuff, that was just not a good tournament for me because I had to drive back that day. Had it been the next day, then I would have been kind of able to focus and say, okay, well, I'll try to stay an extra day to be able to get my car fixed or whatever. Ultimately, I made it home safely. I know I went on a tangent with this particular story, but that really meant a lot to me to be able to try to stay focused and things like that. So the health issues and the anxiety and all that type of stuff has been a struggle for me in disc golf. And that's why I spend a lot of time talking about it, okay? The next thing is I had to cut some people off. You're going to find out some good people and some bad people in disc golf, okay? You guys really need to focus on really trying to find you a circle that can really help you grow in disc golf. There's a lot of negativity out there that people don't want to be honest about, and not everybody is for you. Not everybody cares if you do well in disc golf. Not everybody is trying to help you grow in disc golf. You just need to find the right group of people. If you find somebody that you click with and they're mutual friends with somebody that you don't really click with or whatever the case may be, just hang out with them one-on-one on your time and then let them go hang with them on another time. Don't hold it against them for being friends with somebody that you're not, okay? There has been times that I've had to cut people off and we didn't talk for months or whatever the case may be, and then we ended up talking again, just kind of making things click or work again. Sometimes you just gotta, it's a process where you gotta figure people out and you have to decide whether you're good for them, if they're good for you, if you guys are gonna click. Sometimes it just takes getting used to some people to be able to become friends with them or whatever. But it can become a really big distraction in disc golf if you aren't clicking well with people. So if you really want to do well, then find the right people who are going to help you grow in disc golf. Because if not, you're going to be surrounding yourself with a bunch of people who are negative all the time, envious, jealous, people who just want to see you do bad. Why would you want to be surrounded by people like that? It's like being locked in a room full of snakes. In my opinion, I would be super uncomfortable with that. You got to treat humans the same way. But when you find that good group, hang on to them tight, be supportive to them, really help support their career, go out and practice together. And if you're just playing disc golf for fun, then play for fun, but just have a good time. Last but not least, you will go through some difficult form changes, okay? It sucks. I can tell you right now, because you may get injured trying to go through a form change. You are going to have a time to where it gets worse before it gets better. And that was really difficult for me because every time I got to the point to where, okay, this is working, I'm doing really well with it, you'll really find out that it's not enough, or you learn something more or better about your form that makes you want to change it or forces you to change it in order to grow in disc golf, okay? So that is just one of those things to where I felt like it was very difficult for me to go through form changes of my putting, my drives, learning my X step. I used to bring my arm up a lot and kind of do this. I was doing a lot of rounding. Now I kind of tuck my arm and keep it to the side, and I'm still constantly learning things. My putting form has gotten so much better. My upshots has gotten so much better. I'm kind of learning to do these forehands really well. Sometimes I can throw them 350, sometimes 300, sometimes 280. Just it makes you very inconsistent when you are constantly changing your form throughout disc golf. So it's just something that you really need to focus on trying to do better, okay? So with that being said, for myself, it was just very difficult to deal with the form changes, but I am seeing a lot of improvement. But also at the same time, while I'm trying to play tournaments and things like that, it's not clicking right now like it should be, and it's forcing me to play bad. But with that being said, on a positive note, guys, it has been a great year. I'm looking forward to all the growth. I know that I have been having some other big disc golf companies actually look at me and actually checking me out and things like that. So that's a positive. Hopefully a big sponsor is coming in the future. And then also I went and did some things that I want to talk about later. But guys, all I know is that I want to be a part of disc golf more. I want to start running tournaments. I want to start hosting more, hosting big events and things like that. So guys, I'm going to have some things in store for this year. Just be ready for all that, okay? With that being said, keep working hard. I'm going to continue to work hard. I hope that you guys continue to support me. Thank you for coming up to me. Thank you for, it's nice to know that when I go places, people know me because of my disc golf channel. I know some people that I play disc golf with that got recognized at their tournaments weighing like, Flagstaff or whatever the case may be because they've been on my disc golf channel. So, guys, thank you for the recognition. Thank you for the love. Please continue to support me. Hit that subscribe button. Leave me some comments. Interact with me. Let's exchange numbers. Let's get some rounds in. I'm open to all of it. Thank you for supporting me. As always, if you're new to disc golf, pick up a disc, don't stress, and just throw it.